Hey, so listen, I have been having a lot of conversations with some of my clients lately, and it seems like they're just kind of dealing with a lot of stress and anxiety. And granted, a lot of that stems from some things that have happened in their past. But one of the things that we tend to find in common is that a lot of the stress and anxiety that they are experiencing happens at the start of the day and is kind of feeding out throughout the day. So we wanted to kind of talk to you about how to conquer your day, meaning learning to start your days with God for greater peace, clarity, focus, and overall well-being. Now, why is this necessary and why is this helpful for you? Well, let's ask you a couple questions and see if this relates to you. One, when you think about your days, are they filled with just, oh my gosh, I just have so many things to do? Is that the first thing that comes to your mind, right? When you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh my gosh, what do I have to do today? Is that the first thing that's on your mind? Also, when you wake up in the morning, do you feel maybe a little less hopeful sometimes because you can't help but think about like all the things that lie before you, and if there's even remotely a possibility that you'll be able to get all this stuff done, right? And sometimes it feels like, I just don't think I can get it done, right? So you feel a little less hopeful. Now, what's happening is your mind is actually racing and jumping out of bed well before you. That's one. And then your mind is like running throughout your day before you even get out of bed. So you are mentally racing throughout your day, and then you're going to jump out of bed and actually start running through your day just to catch up with where your mind has been. Okay. Now, if that is you, then this is for you, because the thoughts that you have, like I said, they're causing you to jump out of bed and you're rushing from like one thing to the next all day. And then before you know it, your day is over. Your day is over and you're exhausted, you're frustrated, and you're literally going, oh my gosh, where'd the day go? Did I get everything I needed to get done? I probably didn't. What else do I need to get done tomorrow? And then you start losing more hope because it just seems like you can never get done what you need to get done. You're not reaching your goals. You're not being as productive as you desire to be. Not to mention you start thinking about, oh my gosh, well, if I didn't get all these things done, then what went wrong, right? And so you start thinking of all the endless possible negative outcomes of everything that went wrong or everything that could have gone wrong that day. And so now, instead of running forward, your brain running forward and your body having to catch up, now what's happening is now you're physically at the end of the day and your mind is kind of rewinding, playing all the way back to the beginning of the day. And so your mind is just kind of doing this back and forth all day long. I mean, no wonder you just feel tired and frustrated and anxious and stressed, right? Now, if that's all these things that's going on in your mind, imagine what's happening to your body, right? Your body is going to feel tense. Your body is going to feel the impacts of your stress level. At some point, your body is going to, your body's going to try to tell you like, hey, stop. Hey, slow down. Hey, hello. But initially, when it starts happening with a little bit of stress that you're feeling, a little tension as you're feeling, 9 times out of 10, you're probably ignoring it because your brain is so consumed with all the things that either you need to do or all the things that you didn't do or that you thought you didn't do or the things that you think you still need to do, right? So you are still trying to course correct mentally that you're not taking care of yourself physically. Well, by doing that, things ultimately get worse, right? And if they get worse, now your body is going to literally beg you to stop. It wants to beg you to stop focusing on all of the negativity. And it does that by sending major red flags to you. And those red flags come through every part of your system. from your nervous system to your circulatory system, to your digestive system, your muscular system. So everywhere in your body, everything just starts hurting and breaking down. So you start feeling all kinds of pains and aches, right? Neck pain and back pain and, your headaches and even stomach, you start feeling the acid in your stomach starting to increase, right? And so normally what you tend to do is when it gets to that point, it's like, oh my gosh, it's so bad that you can't help but to notice it. You can't help but to focus on it, but you don't want to focus on it. So you try to put a little Band-Aid on it so that you can focus on all the things that your brain is on fire about. I call it brain being on fire. So you try to treat the symptoms. Let me just treat my headache. Let me just treat my backache. Because if I can just treat my backache, or if I can treat my headache, then I can keep moving forward and trying to course correct all these million things that I think I need to do today. Does it sound like your day so far? Does it sound like your life so far? All right. Well, here's the deal. What you're doing is basically not helping. It's like being hungry, right? Imagine you're hungry and your body is like, I need to eat and I need to have food to sustain me. But instead of giving your body food to sustain you for the long haul, you give it small things to give you a burst. And then when the burst is over, it lets you down, such as sugar. So you feed your body sugar instead of a well-balanced meal. You're going to go on a high. And then after the high is over, you're going to plummet, right? Same thing with energy. You don't have enough energy. You keep pumping your body with energy drinks and high levels of caffeine. You go on a high, but then once the high is over, you crash. That's what's happening when you're treating the symptoms rather than going back and really making some changes in your life to allow you to sustain a life that is going to allow you to feel healthy and feel more well and have more and feel better. There we go. And just feel better. Have overall well-being. Okay. All right. So eventually you're going to have to do one of two things, right? One of two things, or you're going to fall apart. One, you either continue down this pattern and potentially suffer. And you can suffer the long-term effects mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Or you can take steps to gain control of your life and your health. And you can do this one step at a time. So with conquering your day for greater peace, clarity, focus, and overall well-being, that is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to help you to get some peace back in your life so that your body is not trying to catch up with your mind at the end of the day. And then you're just getting frustrated because they're never seeming to catch up, because once you try to catch up with your mind is already trying to go back to the beginning of the day, right? So we're going to try to stop that cycle. And we're going to replace it with calm and gratitude at the beginning of the day so that you can have a greater sense of peace, purpose, and productivity as you move throughout the day. Because all these things are basically going to help you to decrease stress, anxiety, and even fear so that you can focus on more positive outcomes and command your day so that you can feel more in control. Now, question for you again. Are you ready? Are you ready to shake things up and shake off the negativity so that you can have greater days and greater well-being and a greater life? And if you are, then I want you to join me. Join me over the next 5 days so that we can learn how to conquer the day for greater peace, focus, clarity, and well-being. Now, what you can do is you can join me every day over the next couple of days. Just like and subscribe on this channel, and you'll get a message from me to let you know give you some tips and tools on how to start your day with gratitude, calm, and just some other things that to kind of tips and tools of kind of how to start your day so that you can have a more peaceful day. Because remember, like I said, the way you start your day is the way you finish your day. And no longer can you continue to have your body catch up with your mind if your mind is starting way ahead of you, getting to the end of the day, and now your body's trying to catch up. And then by the time you try to catch up at the end of the day, your mind is chasing back to the beginning of the day. That's not peaceful. That's not calm. All right. So we want to reset all of that for you. So again, subscribe to the channel and make sure you set your notifications so that you can get the videos over the next couple of days as we learn to conquer the day for greater peace, focus, clarity, and overall well-being. My name is Shawanda, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Until then, bye for now.